What's up, everybody? James Duggan here. This is IGN Plays Live, and this is Battlefield 5. The closed alpha starts now. It actually started at 1 a.m. last night, so I was up until about 4 a.m. So I'm running on fumes, but I'm having a great time. So Battlefield 5. I played it at EA Play, which is right before E3 2018, and there's some pretty major gameplay changes. One of which that did make it into the closed alpha is the lack of spotting. So getting little red targets over people's heads, that potentially was an option that they just had disabled for the EA playtest. For whatever reason. Anyway, that's in everything else, though. The ammo scarcity, things of that nature, are here. We are currently playing we're currently playing Grand Operations, which is kind of a more linear mode at this point. Oh, that's a smoke grenade. Man, there's no... Sorry, there's no regular grenade on that. Full medic. What's up, everybody?
Soldiers, we have taken out half of them.
16 and 10 right now. How's it going, YouTube? Hype 2.0, indeed. One tragic feature that does not work right now is the ability to squad up with people. Oh, squad wipe. So the way squads work, obviously you spawn in your squad. Getting resurrected, or revived rather, takes a lot more than it used to. It takes a full animation, and if you're a medic, it takes about half the duration of a normal revive animation, but you still get locked into an animation. So it's definitely tricky. The lethality feels a lot higher. The gunplay feels very good on PC. Recoil is definitely more of a factor with some weapons. Obviously, you can still hipfire. The Assault, I find myself playing the Assault a lot, actually, in this test. It's a very fun class. And it's not limited to SMGs. You get an AR. Vaulting is still very difficult. So who's got questions about Battlefield 5? I'm here to answer them for the next 2 hours. If you have questions about how squad spawning works, how the archetypes work, which we can check out. Unfortunately, the only archetype available. Let's just look at that real quick. So, if you're a Battlefield veteran, you of course know Assault, Medic, Support, and Scout, or Recon, rather. With something like Support, you can select an archetype, and these are very interesting. They have stat points like Agility, Suppression Resistance, Blast Reduction, and the default Engineer is able to use light machine guns, ammo pouches, and an AT mine. I don't know if it's going to be very strict. And then, of course, you have this guy, the machine gunner, who gets an MG34 that you have to be prone to use, and he can use an ammo crate and the flare gun. So if you want to put down an ammo crate, you actually need to choose this, and you earn those as you rank up, but that is not in the game right now. So the loadout choices are pretty strict, which I'm not sure how I feel about. Key difference between this and Battlefield 1 is probably the reliance on your squad mates. You really need to rely on your friends if you want to be revived, if you need ammo, things like that. I'm going to push off the point here because we're dying a lot. Nobody around. So if you play Battlefield 1 and you spawn with a Martini Henry, maybe you spawn with like 30 rounds, and that's kind of a one-shot sniper. You spawn with a conventional sniper, maybe you even spawn with more than that. And in this game, you spawn with 15 rounds. You can see with the assault rifle that I currently have, I have a magazine of 31 rounds and another magazine of 31 rounds, and that's it. So I need to constantly be looking for ammo. I need to constantly be with my squad mates. And then, other than that, I think there's definitely some resistance, some bullet recoil changes happening. Building is certainly a thing. There's some mobility changes. You can crouch and sprint at the same time, which is what I'm doing right now. You can see. this is the only map available currently. You can play it in a number of different game modes, but I was kind of hoping that they'd have another one. But unfortunately, that's it. You can also... Oh, hi. How's it going? You can also scavenge drops off of enemy players. So if you're a little bit more of a run-and-gun player, the reliance on your squad mates is definitely greater. It's not like Battlefield 1 where you can kind of run and gun indefinitely, but you can pick up ammo off of enemies, so therefore you can do that for a bit longer than you would be able to if that were not an option. The ammo drops from enemies do not give a ton of ammo. It's like 3 rounds per maybe, and then for the sniper it's definitely less than that. 22:15. Do a little bit better here. How hard is it to find enemies? Same or difficult? Well, initially I thought spotting was not going to be a thing anymore, but it totally is. If you've played on any kind of custom server in Battlefield, you know that you can turn spotting off. Second, to this point.
Well done. We have taken objective Anton.
Okie. And so like now you can see that my health is 30. It's going to regen back up to maybe about 60, but I actually need to go and pick up a health pack if I want it to revive or fully recover. We can also pull out the building tools, which this is a really bad time to do that, but we're going to do it anyway. And we'll see if we can lay a little bit of sandbags here, which didn't seem to really work, but okay. So yeah, that's in the game. I thought building was not going to be that big of a deal actually when I first played this V3, but it's definitely has some tactical advantages to it. I love this gun. This gun is so good. You can still choose different weaponry. You cannot customize weaponry in the closed alpha. Alright, so they are planting at B. Basically what this mode is breach, and they are looking to arm explosive devices and destroy our control points. You can lay a little artillery with the bazooka. So if you play Battlefield 1, you'll know that the rocket gun can only be fired while prone. This is World War II, so the weapons are a bit more advanced, and therefore that is not the case. I can do that kind of thing, which is really fun. So if I'm being honest, I really didn't miss that. I didn't miss the ability for everybody to have explosives in Battlefield 1. It's kind of nice to like limit people to being prone, to have to use that kind of stuff. Right, so at this point I can kind of look for a medic. Unfortunately everybody's playing the greedy classes just like me. But if that's the case, I can just go back and again get a health kit, and then I'm back up to 100 HP. Might as well get ammo while I'm here. Is this Battlefield 1? It definitely looks visually similar, but in terms of gameplay, I promise you it is different. How different, I think you can be the judge, but I would go as far to say that it's pretty different. I can't build it, really? Well, I can do this. Oh, we got a tank up here. Let's go do what Assault does best. Never mind, it's already dead. Do you think that building was added late for the Fortnite crowd is the question. I don't know. I don't quite think that's a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, because I do think there's probably some validity to that. But that being said, in the Battlefield series, you've been able to destroy buildings since Bad Company. And anybody who's played a game since then knows that at some point the entire map just becomes this barren wasteland of ruined buildings. So I think it makes sense logically, and certainly this is not like Fortnite, where I can just put stuff up. Like I can't put a wall up right here if I'm getting shot at. So it's not a combat mechanic, it's a preparation mechanic. Can I explain or show how vehicles work? Yes. When I die, I will attempt to get in a vehicle. Vehicles have always been kind of a hassle to get into in Battlefield. You essentially need to wait for them to be available to spawn into them, and in Grand Operations mode, it's very limited. In fact, I'm not even sure that the defending players have them. Oh, come on. Oh, man. That was a headshot, too. Still alive, though. All right, so I can go try and revive my teammate. I'm going to attempt to do that. Oh, no, no.
Might as well.
Oh my god! There's so many! I could have got a lot better. 30-16 right now. We're about to wrap up this particular match. Help me, enemy soldiers, help me. They only have one ticket left. I can hold on until then. Giving the medic DMR guns, designated marksman rifle guns, was the worst idea. So you still have a Gewehr, which is a DMR, sorry. It's definitely very effective at long range. The scope is very good. It doesn't have glint. We'll play a little bit of that in this round coming up here.
They were worthy opponents. That mistake has cost them dearly.
But you can also get a grease gun, so there's more variance in weapons or the arsenal choices that classes can use.
Prevail.
We can actually see somebody using the grease gun right there. That's a medic. So I appreciate that because I agree. Like wanting to be a medic, I think shouldn't be mutually exclusive with wanting to have interesting weapon variants. You shouldn't need to be using a single-shot rifle, or in some rare cases in Battlefield 1, an automatic rifle to play a medic. You should have some more options, I think. And I think that's kind of a sweeping change across the board with archetypes. Obviously, there's only one archetype in the game right now, but one that has been leaked or maybe just shown or rumored is the ability for Recon to use suppressed SMGs. So Recon, normally a sniper class, but eventually you'd be able to unlock something that would allow you to be more kind of a stealth class and use suppressed weaponry. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm a little bit concerned that archetypes are going to be like consumable, or there's going to be some kind of monetization tied to them. The biggest question in my mind remains how Battlefield 5 is going to be monetized in the long term. All right, let's push up to A. Just kind of defend out there. So this is Airborne, and the enemy is spawning in planes. Incoming Fortnite comparisons in the chat, undoubtedly. But this is where building actually really counts. So we can try and build up some fortifications before they parachute in. There's the whole enemy team right there. And if you're a support class, you can actually position stationary machine guns. Like, I can see some folks moving past that wall, so we're going to go ahead and stop doing that. Let me know if there's more questions, Mitchell. Shout out to our producer, Mitchell Saltzman, who got up at an ungodly hour to make this stream possible, which he actually does very frequently and doesn't complain at any point. I should just do there. Mistake. He knows nothing of our chat, says Vagrant Souls. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of bad at monitoring multiple chats while I'm playing, but hopefully that's what Mitch is here for. Don't bazooka my friend!
The enemy has now armed objective Anton.
All right, so one thing that is very tragically not working is the ability to join a squad, which is like, man, that's like a fundamental part of Battlefield, and it's a very unfortunate bug in this particular build. Let's try out some sniping. No promises how this is going to go, but we'll give it a shot. Plane versus infantry balance is definitely skewed more towards aircraft than it was in Battlefield 1. I thought that might not be the case, but it totally is. Planes are way more powerful in this era, and therefore they are more powerful in this game, which I frankly don't know how I feel about. One of my least favorite parts of Battlefield 4 is, or any modern combat Battlefield, is the helicopter balance. Just having an insanely good helicopter pilot that is like 90-2 when the game ends. I never thought it was a very fun mechanic. And while that certainly isn't the case in World War II, you do have Spitfires, you do have B-17 bombers, things of that nature, and they are definitely more powerful than, say, like a biplane. Oh, how did none of those hit? Okay. Assist counts as kill, the consolation prize of Battlefield. I should be able to be revived here, though, if this medic is picking up when I'm putting down. Who will it be? Will it be There's so many medics around, and none of them seem to be interested in helping me. Help me! Help me! Oh, thank you so much. Oh, and he died. He died for his efforts. Now I feel bad. I gotta make sure I don't die for my efforts. Well, thanks. Rip. Ripperoni. Stay away from my friend! How did that not hit? Oh man, we got a lot of people coming in.
Objective Bertha has been armed by the enemy.
I'm gonna back up a little bit. You'll notice I only have 17 rounds left. The ammunition for snipers particularly are drastically reduced, which I think a lot of people will be happy with because that disables people from kind of sitting in the back and sniping unsupported. That being said, why can't I vault over the snowbank? Support can obviously put down an ammo crate that kind of sticks around for much longer than it used to. Nice headshot. Thanks. You're welcome. When I'm on a stream by myself, I just kind of have to talk to myself.
Objective Bertha has been destroyed, Soldat.
Oh! That happens when an objective is destroyed. It really screws with your mojo if you're trying to not play the objective and just snipe. Thank you. Vagrant Soul says, nice shot. I appreciate that. I try so hard for you. I got so lucky there. Thanks. Thanks for my teammates. Awesome teammates. You can notice that my health is currently, actually may have healed all the way up, but let's say I go down to 10 HP, I may heal back up to 45, 55, or even like 65, but I won't heal past there without outside assistance. So therefore the idea of kind of getting in the enemy's back lines and just constantly annoying them as an assault or an SMG medic is not really as viable, I think. Maybe as an SMG medic, but then you'll run out of ammo pretty quick. Lots and lots of people landing. It's got to feel kind of bad to just immediately spawn, die like that, though. I have yet, in all of my time spent in Battlefield 5, including the time I spent at EA Play, I've yet to play on the assaulting team, so I have no idea what parachuting is like.
Aufgepasst. Enemy reinforcements arriving.
We'll try and get some vehicle gameplay here in maybe a round or two, but we're going to have to back out and go to Conquest mode, which is in, which I played a little bit of last night and is still chaotic and fun, and like everybody's trying to do different things. And it's a much more dynamic environment than Grand Campaign, which is kind of like linear. Nope. I may not be sweaty enough to snipe and stream at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna swap. What do you guys want to see? What class? Why don't we try a little medic? I think this alpha is only on PC, actually. There's the score, 5-1 right now, but get some more. Yeah, I believe this is. What does closed alpha mean? So alpha is a state of game development. Usually an alpha test is, I mean, currently like an alpha test is what betas used to be, which is a very rough version of the game. So we have two choices as the medic. We have the Gavir and we have the grease gun. We're gonna stick with this because I think it's all a little bit long range right now. But again, I really appreciate that dichotomy, being able to switch between what is a very long-range weapon as well as what is a very short-range weapon. They have a breach charge that I'm looking at right now. I'm going to try and intercept that.
We need to hold them off with more
You can jump in an AA gun and try and destroy the spawn points, which are planes, and you can get like 6 or 7 kills at a time, so it's kind of gross. There's not too much the enemy can do about that. All right, we have a lot of dead friendlies up here. I'm gonna throw a smoke to see if I can't get any revives. I probably can't, actually. Yeah. Realism. So, realism in Battlefield 5 is an interesting discussion. I think that there are kind of two opposing viewpoints. One, it's a realistic-looking shooter. It's historically set. And then the other is that it's not realistic at all. It's a game, it's arcadey, and I think that there is validity to both of these arguments to some extent. Certainly a large part of Battlefield for some people are things like Battlefield 2's Project Realism mod, things like being able to play on a server that has no HUD and 200% damage. So for some people, realism and immersion is a big part of it, but I think like it's a balancing act as a developer. You have to choose, you have to pick and choose what you want, and I think maybe one thing takes away from other people, and the thing that everybody brings up, of course, is the idea of women in World War II. And I definitely fall, I think this is a very personal thing, but I certainly fall on the side that representation is important in games. Being able to pick a character that feels like you, that basically that fantasy is you're able to apply to the game, I think is more important than ruining somebody else's immersion. I don't really know how the customization is going to work. I do think like maybe if everybody's running around in fluorescent orange, that might take you out of it a little bit. Right now, everybody's pretty era appropriate. A lot of hits with this, but that sniper is not dead. And obviously, people are going to disagree with that. Some people are going to agree with that. I think you have a right to that opinion. I don't know if it will be an option for servers to disable things like customization, but we'll see. I certainly plan on customizing my soldier. I certainly plan on playing this with my girlfriend, and I certainly want her to be able to play a character that she feels evokes her sense of identity. So that's where I'm at on that. Hopefully that's satisfactory, but I'm sure it's not. Some folks in the chat. Let's see if we can push up a little bit. In terms of the core gameplay experience, it feels really good, if I'm honest. I think that it's a little bit buggy right now. I think there's some stuff, okay, I'm going to try and res that guy, that feels a little bit wonky at times. For the most part, I think it feels very good as a shooter. I got to play Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on PC at E3. Oh, God. Hold on one second. Hold that thought. I got to play Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on PC at E3. I did not like it in the least. I was not a fan at all. I'm not a huge Call of Duty guy. I'm not a huge Call of Duty veteran. The last one I played was Modern Warfare 2. You'll notice that I'm running low on ammunition here. Let me see if I can get this guy out. So you cannot just poke somebody to revive them, as far as I'm aware. You actually have to go into this animation. And then it kind of, like, annoyingly, it locks you to, like, a couple of frames coming out of it. And that is a real bummer, but I'm sure that'll get smoothed out. See ya. How we doing? 12-3. Warming up. Got to shake out the stream nerves. So anyway, let's go back to the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 comparison. I think as far as core shooting mechanics and the feeling of shooting goes, and core gameplay, I feel like Battlefield 5 blows Call of Duty Black Ops 4 completely out of the water. Obviously, at some point, that is an apples to oranges comparison. Call of Duty has like class abilities, but the time to kill just felt way too long to me, and the class abilities didn't feel fun to use like they do in Overwatch. That might be a little bit far out. An example would be I played Ruin, and I tried to grapple hook onto like a second level, higher point on a bunch of maps. It never worked. You can't get to places that other classes can't get to, and seems caught in a constant identity crisis, Call of Duty, in my opinion, but some people dig it, so that's cool, and I'm sure zombies will be a lot of fun. Okay, so that's a new feature, being able to see your legs when you're prone. A lot of people are really into that. Oh, nice. I'm not sure how I got that kill, but okay. And it's cool. It's definitely cool. I don't know if it really like does anything mechanically, or if you just see your legs now. Somebody in chat can tell me. Medic class is a lot of fun. I get a ton of satisfaction out of medic, being able to get kills as well as heal people. as well as revive people. Reviving in this game feels really good when you pull it off. A little bit clunky though right now. When is the open alpha beta, asks Reckless. That's a very good question, and I think the answer on that probably hinges upon whether or not we're going to see more maps than that, more modes, progression, things of that nature. Where do we end up? 14 and 3.
If they take a position, regroup and push
So
them
yeah,
back.
like when everybody will be able to play this,
At all costs.
I couldn't really say. It could easily be next month. It could be months and months from now. This game comes out in October, so I guess it couldn't be too far. Play as Han Solo, says Hugo Strange. Where are the loot drops? No loot drops in. Let's see. What other comments we got? Request for the support class. I'll do it just for you.
Yesterday's victory has crippled the enemy.
You guys want to see how bad the MG34 is, or do you want to... Let's get a little bit of good support gameplay in, and then we'll see how terrible I think that weapon is. And if you're wondering, I'm talking about this gun. But let's go back to the other one. So this guy can build stationary... Actually, this is a really good time to use him, because he can build stationary turrets and such.
Your sector needs to be defended.
Right here. All right, so let's build up some fortifications here, which honestly, like, is growing on me. At first, I was like, oh, this mechanic is stupid. It's all prefabricated. This cover gets destroyed in 2 seconds, but it definitely helps. We'll see if we can't make this work a little bit. Oh, look. We'll go back to that screen that I accidentally pulled up in a second here. Okay, so there's the machine gun up. We're getting some sniping happening. We'll see if this is just a pure bullet magnet. Jumping all over the place. That's lag, that is not the recoil. What the heck is going on? Yeah. So that's the stationary machine gun experience in Battlefield. It's always been like that. It's like every now and again you can jump in one and it'll feel really good and you'll get a bunch of kills, but most of the time you just get shot in the head, especially when you're lagging all over the place. So you can do that, you can build up fortifications. I think if everybody's trying to rush to a point, something like that is a lot more valuable, but like right now at the beginning of the round when nobody really cares about like pushing super, super hard, I don't know. I'm still super into this whole crouch sprinting thing. I like this a lot. I don't know why, it just feels cool. See if we can sneak up around the left flank. I'm not really sure if you can actually go in this area. I think we can, we'll see. So this particular weapon is making a return from Call of Duty, Battlefield 1 and World War 1. And you'll actually see a lot of like era crossover in terms of the weaponry, like the Lubis gun and stuff like that. We'll see if we can't flank some folks. Right here. Look, they are. Hello. How you doing? I should have done a Rambo quote instead of an Arnold. Ah. Help me, guy. Alright, let's see if we can't make support work for a little bit, and then we'll switch to the MG34, show that off. And then I'm going back to the classes that I love playing.
Objective Anton. It is almost lost.
Alright, let's go to A. Use a little bit linear. Your KD carries over. So right now I'm 15 and 5, in spite of not doing particularly well since the start of this day. But this is Grand Campaign, so there's some continuity between matches. That's smoke grenade or is that incendiary? Cool. Yeah. Battle Royale. So people saying, there was somebody who asked, oh god. There was somebody who asked if they feel like the building was just tacked on for Fortnite and the hype surrounding Fortnite. And while I'm not really sure about that, I'm 100% sure that not only was Battle Royale, I don't know, kind of like, I do think it makes sense in this context, but I have to feel, they didn't even have key art when they announced it. They had no art. They didn't even have an image. So I feel like somebody just like briefed them and was like, hey, by the way, you know this presentation you're going on in 5 minutes? Yeah, we're just gonna announce Battle Royale, go for it. It's coming after the launch, it feels pretty reactionary. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing as long as they do it well. Let's push to a place that doesn't really have vehicles. But Battle Royale could be really cool. I actually kind of hope you're able to take classes into it and potentially even loadouts. That might be weird, but I've been playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Sanhok map a lot recently, and you get very geared very quickly in that map, which like makes me feel as though gear is a less and less, like the concept of everybody, I don't know, getting geared up becomes less and less novel the more you play it. Like you kind of just want to get gear and have fun and get kills. Not be hamstrung by your equipment. Let's go prone. You're gonna get sniped. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hey. So when you strafe left and right when you're prone, you get this animation that takes you out of your ADS a little bit, and that's certainly intentional. Let's move up. Taking this guy's ammo. Oh, goodness. Give that guy some ammo. If you are lucky enough to get into the closed alpha, there's an exclusive dog tag you can earn from doing a bunch of stuff. Basically like doing the core fantasy of every class. Ooh, that's an ambitious, that's a very ambitious, almost Fortnite-esque build that I could go for right there. I'm gonna do it just to see if I can. Yeah, I did it! There it is, look at it! Oh, it's glorious.
Objective Bertha has been lost.
I like that. I like that dolphin diving, ADSing super quick. Not a very viable option, especially against the sniper that's already prone. There's a little bit of animation delay. Let's get into that. Right now we are 19-5. See what people are saying in the chat. All right, let's check out this terrible weapon that I just don't like at all. So I'm going to get flamed in the comments for saying that, but this guy, I don't like this guy. All right, so this is the MG34. Let's just test it out for a second here. So it's a belt-fed machine gun. The whole point of a belt-fed machine gun would be that you can fire it for a very long time. Unfortunately, it overheats and slows down the fire rate, which may not seem like a big thing when I'm shooting at nothing, but certainly when you have to replace the barrel. So let's give myself a little ammunition crate. Take that. You cannot aim down sights completely unless you are prone, even if you're crouched. So the rewards seem lackluster and the risks seem astronomical, but I'm sure some people are going to make it work, and more power to them. I feel like the whole belt-fed high-capacity machine gun can use a little bit of a buff, even since Battlefield 1. All right, we're going to play it a little bit conservative here, even though I think a dude just landed a hit. So I didn't hit a single shot there. Obviously because, again, I was not prone, so it takes a long time to set that thing up, and then when you do... Help me, bro. Help me, bro! Oh, no, he's getting shot at. I forgive you if you don't help me, but I would love if you would help. Okay, well, I'll see you in a... Oh, no, yes! My savior! Somebody else! All right, let's give this thing another shot. That's an enemy. Get out of here, let's go prone, and let's see if we can make this silly gun work. No, we can't. What do you think? Should we give it one more shot with this life? Let's give it one more shot. And then I'm going back to guns that you can actually get kills with. Nobody's helping. No one is coming to see. 20-6. Doing all right now. Kind of want to get some more sniping in. We'll see if we can't get a little bit of vehicle action in as well. But again, we have to back out of this mode in order to do that, I think. Unless, yeah, you cannot spawn vehicles as the defending team, it looks like. Looks like A is under siege, so let's set up Right about here. A little bit too conservative.
We are losing it.
For sure. 110%. Maybe I can try like a long flank and have 3 seconds of glory before people realize where I am. With this silly prone weapon. Okay. Right about here. And now we wait. This is the belt-fed MG way with the bipod. Grass at my face. Okay, here we go. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. There's five. I take it all back, ladies and gentlemen. I take it all back. This gun is amazing. All right, let's back off and reload. That was fun. That was a good time. And in classic support fashion, I'm going to give myself ammo and nobody else. Get away from my ammo, dude. That's not yours. Get back down here. You really got to let them come to you. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That was pretty good. What was that, 7 kills? That was all right. MG34, not that bad. That's kind of cool. You definitely have to commit to that play style, but if you can make it work, then I think it's a lot of fun. I don't have the patience for it, unfortunately. I have the patience for sniping, I don't have the patience for that. So let's go back to class, try that again. A is still totally getting siege. Let's try a little bit of medic SMG gameplay, see if we can try and revive some folks. Get some CQB kills along the way. I love this gun. That guy's name is fantastic, by the way. If you were quick enough to catch it. Playing with him earlier, very good player. You see a lot of folks from YouTube and Twitch that you would see at like Battlefield preview events, and a lot of those guys are super nice. Like Mugs, like One Cheese Mofo, Stone Mountain, those guys. Good group. Good group. This is a really cool foxhole somebody dug. Oh god, there's dead. Get out of here. It's a rare treat. That's actually one of my favorite parts of like getting into games early is RAA gun. I don't really have the range to attack it. One of my favorite parts about like getting into games this early is you're almost always in a game with recognizable personality. Even my lowly self was recognized yesterday, and I felt very, very humble. Some ammo, bro. Imminent enemies. Oh god! Back up.
Hier, Erste Hilfe.
That guy needs a revive, but he is definitely... I mean, committing to a revive is a really, really big deal in Battlefield 5. It's going to lock you into an animation that you can back out of, but by the time you're ready to back out of it, you're probably going to be dead if somebody has eyes on you. So the only time that you can really revive people is like when they're totally safe, maybe they got sniped or hit by random artillery. And that's a change that I think some people will like, other people will loathe.
Hier, Erste Hilfe für dich.
Oh, there's that screen again. What is it? What is that screen? You, with your squad points, you can call in stuff like a V2 rocket and tank destroyer and stuff like that, which is cool. That's the only way to get vehicles in this mode for defense right now. See if we can give this guy a rest. Probably not though. Nope, he dead. Also, the revive timer is much, much lessened than it was. That's a tank.
Hier, Erste Hilfe.
Well, I'm not doing a great job healing people, but I'm doing an okay job unhealing the crap out of other people.
Hier,
With my gun. Need some anti-vehicle folks around. As the medic right now, I only have smoke grenades, so I am 110% useless against any kind of armor. My biggest concern, I think, with Archetypes is that it could potentially just limit loadout. So, as an example, in Battlefield 1, as the medic, since they don't have a ton of anti-armor, anti-vehicle stuff, oh god, I ran with an anti-tank grenade. And while it's not a ton, it doesn't do a ton of damage, it does do something to tanks. I've got 1 or 2 tank kills with it. I got. I'm going for it. I'm committing to it. Here we go. For Frodo!
Erste Hilfe, hier.
Aufgepasst. We are losing objective Bertha.
Sick flank, James. Thanks. Who needs help?
Noch mehr Erste Hilfe. Du hast was. Erste Hilfe. Für dich.
Objective Bertha has been lost.
Oh god. Oh god. So these tanks are untouchable. We have like nobody who's playing assault for such silly reason. I'm just gonna stay on the move. Oh my god, there's so many of them. This is terrifying. Go away. Here, take my smoke grenade. I think that guy's just shooting at that tank with his machine gun.
Erste Hilfe, hier.
Get him. Get him, and if you die, I'll get you. Okay, cool. That was a good run as the medic. Question is, can you pull your allies away from fire to revive them? In theory, yes. In practice right now, I haven't seen anybody do it. I have no idea how to do it. Supposedly it's in the game, but I'm 31-9 right now. Medic, a thankless job. Not when I'm playing. When I'm playing, as we saw, I helped literally no one except for myself. Which was not intentional. I just didn't really get a good chance to revive somebody. I find that committing to the revive, while altruistic and fun and heroic, most of the times you just die, especially in Battlefield 5. So you really have to be confident in your revive. Question from Reckless. I play Battlefield 1 on PlayStation. Can I only get closed alpha code if I play it on PC? I don't really know how the distribution works, but you definitely can only play the closed alpha on PC as far as I'm aware. I can definitely res this guy. I'm coming. Hold on. Yeah, we're doing it. We helped the guy. Look at him. He's so grateful.
Erste Hilfe, Soldat.
One of the achievements is getting 10 revives in a single life, which is insane. In previous Battlefields, not that big a deal because you just poke people with the needle and they get right up, but good fire. Oh, now it's planes. Counter the tanks, and now the planes are here. Let's see if we can push kind of clever way. But being where your enemy doesn't expect you. Back out, go left. I love the assist counts as kill feature that's been in for a while now in various Battlefields, but definitely feels good when you feel like you should have gotten a kill and you do. I will unheal all of you. What are you doing? Don't mind me, I'm just a medic. The lowly medic. The lowly gun.
Their soldiers are almost all gone.
Nah, I'm not gonna get hit by that grenade. Bruh. Where you at? Did you throw it? What the heck? A little bit like... Who threw it? Who threw it? Was it you? Did you throw that grenade? No, I think who threw that grenade, I think he just threw it and ran away is what I think, so I'm going for it. Going ham. Oh god, oh the lag, oh. Okay. Hold on. Gotcha. I'm gonna get shot, I'm fine. not gonna get shot. I am gonna get shot. I'm getting shot. I got shot. 40-9, about to be 40-10, when I inevitably do not get revived. Maybe this gentleman will revive me. No? Okay. Well, I think this is going pretty well. Alright. You can follow me, if you want to, on Twitter, right there, Thuggin Duggin. THUGGN, DUGGN. I tweet random nonsense daily. Disparaging tweets about my boss with a little bit of a loving subtext. Ridiculous photos. Gym selfies. Maybe I should start that. I don't know. My boss, by the way, Destin Legary, is literally the best boss I've ever had in my entire life. So anytime that I joke around about him, it's purely out of fun. I'm sure he is watching. I'm sure I'm going to get a slack like in seconds. But I am serious. Like, the dude has done everything that I've done better and before me in his career. Oh, God. Oh, God. Man, P-point just sucks. It's very difficult to approach. Is this foam or snow? Asks like Burno. It's a good question. I think it might be Nick Jonas's foam, but who can say for sure? I'm certainly not a history expert. Don't like the new feature of seeing enemy health when you look at them, says Josh Thompson. That is bound to be controversial. I actually kind of do. I think if you're going to have your HUD cluttered, maybe not cluttered, but certainly displaying all this information, I do think it's helpful to see how hurt they are. I initially said in my preview that Battlefield 5 felt more visceral than Battlefield 1. I kind of want to go back on that, based purely around all the stuff that I'm seeing on the HUD. Which is not a purely terrible thing. I think like that information is... I think that information is useful. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, come on. Come on. Live! No! No! Die. Good. Good. I've got the opposite of the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to ash. Medic 2. Here's a question for you, chat. Time to turn this thing around. What class are you going to play in Battlefield 5 based upon what you've seen so far? Recon, keep in mind Recon can use SMGs potentially, maybe suppressed SMGs. Medic gets a lot of really cool variants. Support, ammo is super important. And then finally Assault is just a powerhouse, dude. Assault usually gets like SMGs, but they just get a straight up assault rifle that is good at range, good up close. Time for the Thuggin Duggin patented flex. Let's full screen that bad boy. Let's get in there. Let's look at this definition. It's coming in. I'm working on it. All right, that is the end of Grand Operations. Our final score, 34-11.
Mistake has cost them dearly.
Digging it.
With
Feeling
our
good.
lines intact, our forces can safely move into a more strategic location.
What game mode
in
is
the
this?
mountains.
Asks Husker.
We will
This is
prevail.
Grand Campaign. Grand Operation, excuse me. That is not my squad. And essentially, we're playing the same map over and over, unfortunately, because it's the only map in closed alpha. But we're playing it on different modes, which is Airborne, as well as Breach. Let's stick with this, or should we back out and try and do Conquest? Let's stick with this for a little bit, because we still have some time on the stream. Four classes are Assault, Support, Medic, Recon. So, you can check out that poll on IGN.com. And I want to know from you guys what you're going to play. Man, Medic with Grease Gun is really fun. I think we'll try Assault for a little bit, though. What do we got? We got Player Bush is going to play Support. We have... Come on, who else is playing as what? I think I plan on playing Medic.
Soldier, the artillery cannons. They must
Right.
all be defended.
Fortnite time, folks. Dropping it tilted. Getting my port-a-fort ready to go. Chugging my chug jug. I don't play Fortnite, guys. I'm a fake gamer. I have been playing a lot of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Sanhok, though, and I quite like it. I recognize the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds at points is a buggy disaster. But I can't stop loving it. I really just have a great time when I play that game. Okay, I'm the only one on A, which is cool, I guess. Whatever. Getting shot straight away. That's great. Recover HP. Oh god! Oh, that was a bad time to reload. Well, he used my cover to his advantage. And that was a disaster. But we'll come back. If I could only get one shot.
Soldat, objective Anton has now been armed.
Vagrant Souls, I don't play Fortnite, liar. I really don't. I've played Fortnite, let me rephrase. I've played Fortnite. I played it when Save the World was like the only mode. I've played Fortnite Battle Royale, but I definitely don't play Fortnite on the regular. Like our very own Stephen Rue, who's an absolute Fortnite expert. I like the game. I think the game is remarkably smooth, remarkably well maintained. Post-launch support, I think, is like something that people should take notice of. And Epic has done an amazing job with the game, undoubtedly. That being said, I just prefer PUBG. I don't particularly like building. I don't really like the amount of defense that building provides for the little effort. And I also feel like it just kind of slows down the whole gameplay. That's just my opinion. Still though, I think objectively, a very good game. Oh, come on, that guy's so close to dead. Somebody, please, for the love of God. Wow, really? Nobody got him. Might have to go back to the medic, folks.
They have destroyed objective Berta.
We are getting rolled right now. Didn't hit a single shot. I'll push him. Try some crouch sprinting. Ah! This guy. Where are you? It is so bright in here. Oh my god. It's like a green room. Alright, let's use the ladder of death. What's the over-under that I die on this ladder?
Objective Caesar has been armed.
I don't even know why I'm here. There's no objective here. I'm just looking for that dude. So elusive. Alright, we'll use this opportunity to kind of do a flank. Roll up on some folks. When I'm in this kind of situation, ammo is super, super scarce and important. Which is cool. I thought that was a player. But it was just a sign. Silly me. That's a player. Oh no, I'm gonna get stuck in the geometry here. It's gonna be a really bad time.
Now been destroyed by the enemy. The last artillery cannon. It must be defended.
5 HP. Really getting away with my life here. Only 12 rounds left in this weapon. But let's go down there and see if we can resupply super quick and then push those dudes. So I have a feeling they're gonna be right on my butt. We can pull it off. Ammo, health, in that order. Super, super sneaky. So sneaky. Never seen him coming. Special note, this guy. Or this guy. The winner is Assault. Good choice. Assault's a great class. And this is, I think, what it succeeds at. This and destroying vehicles, obviously, but I think really getting behind enemy lines is a lot of fun. feel like those all should have been. Okay. So supposedly there's something called predictive recoil in Battlefield, or predictive spray. Maybe recoil, sure, but the recoil still seems pretty random to me. It does not seem particularly like just straight up, which is good. I think there should be some variance, but a lot of people harped on Battlefield 1 for having random spray. They thought it lowered the skill ceiling, and I agree. I'm happy that they're reining that back in. I'm happy that things like ammunition and health require teammates to fully support. I'm happy that it's moving in a more hardcore direction, for sure. Some people will not agree with that. Some people will want Call of Duty vehicles, but I'm not particularly one of them. So there's a guy that parachuted in over here. Let's see, okay, there's the charge. Well, plenty. I'm your friend, guys. Okay. When you're prone, you take lessened damage from explosives. I'm not sure if that's a new thing, but it's certainly a cool thing. Look, I can see my legs. All right, I'm going for it. Do it. Got it. This area is mine. Get away. That's a grenade. Oh, God. Oh, that hurt. I don't know why I thought that was a smoke grenade. I'm a big dumb idiot.
Everywhere. Fight them back.
8 and 4. Hi. Cool to finally have a map in Norway. Hope the war story is good, says Orfino. Yeah, I like their little vignettes. I could take them or leave them, frankly. I'm here for multiplayer, but it is cool. I wish I could play in a squad. What are all these F's and E's? Trigger some kind of middle of the keyboard spam? So they have 113 tickets left. There's 1 point to defend. Feel pretty good about our odds. But the cool thing about Breach is they can all turn around very quickly. So we do have a lot of people on the point, and the fortification situation is very good. Up a bit. Weird spot. Ouch, my face. 8 and 5. I blew it. Blew my 2-0 KD. The HUD moves when you sprint. Oh dear, that looks bad. Are you guys giving it away any keys? Unfortunately, no. Sorry. Dang, Duggan, you aren't half bad. Thanks. As I die. But, I've had my moments in this stream, for sure. I play a lot of Battlefield 1, so I would hope that would translate over. And I think it does to an extent. I do think the gameplay changes are noticeable. Some you can articulate, some are just shooting feel, moving feel, stuff like that. It's the same engine, potentially modified, but it looks very visually similar to Battlefield, which I don't really mind, because I think it's still a gorgeous game. I think it holds up very well. If anybody watches Fireteam Chat knows CJ Gibson, he played Battlefield, maybe for the very first time last night, Battlefield 5, and he loved it. Kept saying, "Oh my God, it looks so good." Oh yeah, eh? Hope you're watching. What's up, yo? See if we can get a kill with this, huh? Probably not, though. All right, we got that dynamite if we need it. I feel like using it now. I hit somebody. Somebody over here. Correct. Neo says, it is noticeable, no random bullet deviation, actual gun recoil patterns, more skill in gunplay than Battlefield 1. I agree with that. Yeah, I think you did a very good job articulating it, actually. Actual gun recoil patterns is true. There is both vertical as well as horizontal recoil. It is not particularly predictable, though you can predict the trend. Example would be, it's doing this kind of thing, so you can kind of just hold your mouse down to counteract it. I like that a lot. There's like no recoil in Battlefield 1 whatsoever, and the bullets just fly everywhere. So actually having to handle recoil, I think, is something that feels very good. But there's a lot of different opinions about that. Like, Destiny 2 has 0 recoil on the PC when you're using a mouse and keyboard. They don't think it feels good. I question why that is, but okay. Right back to the spot that I died. Let's try a really long, ambitious flank. Those seem to be doing pretty well for us here. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Oh, hey, what's up? You don't see me. You cannot see me. Yeah. Get out of your scope.
Los, we are almost beaten.
Get right to the edge. Someone's gonna spawn behind me and kill me, but until then, I'm gonna have a great time. There's that guy I was talking about who's gonna spawn behind me and kill me. My objective here, though, is to try and destroy that breach charge, or destroy the person carrying it, rather. Test this gun at range. It might have been potato more than the gun. Moving up on this, though I think it's neutralized. Cool. The snowbank I hate. Oh, I'm out of play space. It's bad manners, especially on screen. Squad wipe. I killed 4 Christians there. Did you guys see it? 12 and 6. So we can't explore the battlefield openly. You can within the play space, especially in grand operations. Tell you what, after this, let's back out and let's join, because we have about an hour left on the stream, let's join the conventional Conquest mode. As soon as this wraps, the enemy only has 13 tickets left. I think we're going to get victory here. But this is kind of linear. It's kind of like we're on this side, you're on that side, and that's what grand operations, Breach, and Airborne are all about. But when you go to Conquest, the map is much more open and explored. And you can explore the whole thing. And the only time that you go out of the play space is when it's truly out of the play space. That makes sense. Let's cover sure is something. Victory! Right? That's weird. We just won, right? They have no tickets. Or maybe we have no tickets. Huh? What is happening? Well, either way, it's going to be over in 20 seconds. Please use MG34, asks Charles. I did earlier, and I had a really disgusting 7-kill spree with it, but it's a difficult gun to make work and requires a lot of prep. But we'll try it again. We're gonna try we're gonna see if we can't get some vehicle gameplay happening. Good job on the V, Dougler. Thanks, IGN. A V out of V, IGN. Let's back out. All right, we're gonna head to the menu, and we'll cover a tiny little bit
Yesterday's victory has
of
crippled the
housekeeping.
enemy.
and then we'll see if we can't get a Conquest game, which is a lot more open. I've noticed a lot more competitive too. I think the serious try-hard players are playing Conquest as opposed to Grand Operations. Real quick, if you are lucky enough to get in the closed alpha, there is an exclusive reward you can earn. The closed alpha dog tag for Battlefield 5, which would be a cool thing to have like a couple years from now. Capture 10 objectives, deal 1,000 explosive damage as an assault, heal for 700 points with a medical pouch, resupply 10 allies, and get 3 headshots as recon. And you should have some time to complete that, and I assume that invites are still going out, so if you haven't gotten one, hold out hope. But check back to IGN, we may do a giveaway, I'm not really sure. All right, let's join the Conquest server. They're all super full, so we're just going to queue, and we're going to wait, and we're going to read chat. What's up, chat? I like small maps like Nuke House so everyone can find each other, says Galaxy. So Battlefield has experimented with some small format team deathmatch stuff, but frankly it never really sticks in the way that Conquest or Grand Operations stick. A really good litmus test for that is you can go on Battlefield 1 right now and you can see what servers are still running and what game modes are still running. Rush is not a very frequently played, nor is like the team deathmatch analog game mode. Most servers are running Conquest with 64 players or Operations with 64 players. The smaller ones are inactive at this point. The community thus far has not really engaged with those. That could change though, because they have something called Tides of War, which are essentially like Fortnite seasons. It's an incentive to play for a short amount of time, and one of those incentives could be play and win 5 team deathmatch games or something like that. Otaku says, drive a plane. I'll work on it. I'll work on driving that plane. Chicken Keeper says, what does IGN stand for? Is it a ridiculous idea for me to ask the chat what they think it stands for? What do you think IGN stands for? Go for it. Give me your best shot. There are a couple of correct answers, and you can have as much fun as you want. But I'll only read the ones that I obviously can only read. So tell me, what does IGN stand for? I don't know why I asked for that, but here we go. Dude, when you get the chance, show some customization, says JD. I will as soon as we get into a Conquest game. Customization is very limited. You actually can't customize any weapon right now, but you can customize your loadout very minimally. An example would be choosing between the grease gun and the Gewehr for the medic. That's pretty much it right now. You can choose a different archetype for support. Okay, we have our first guess from Jazzu Nazu says, in-game nerd. Ivan says, I got nothing. Vagrant Soul says, internal gold nuggets. Ty 921 says, Internet Gaming Network, which I actually think is what a lot of people stand for, or Internet Gaming News. In Gaming Net, Imagination Games Network. That was K. I forgot, did not catch the last part of your name, but that is correct, almost. It was Imagine Games Network, initially a subsidiary of the Imagine Games Network. Oh God, look at this score. Who's in this? Oh boy, this is going to be brutal. All right, well, while we're here, let's show off customization. I can choose between different weaponry. I cannot customize stuff currently at this point, but here's an example of customization. I'm going to spawn as Assault with a different weapon. So Imagine Games Network was the initial meaning of the acronym. God, we're getting absolutely rolled. That is no longer the case. It actually doesn't stand for anything anymore. It's just IGN. But you can imagine that it stands for whatever you want it to stand for. Yes. How many protein shakes do I drink in one day, asks Royale Rundown. Well, Steven, or potentially Fran. Oh, God. 2 is the answer. 1 in the morning, 1 after a workout. Help me. I kind of wish there was a way to speed this up, but... So, in Battlefield 1, you would kind of go out of this... Oh, sweet, thank you. Oh my God, well done. Oh, okay. and now my respawn timer is reset. That's just wonderful. Can't spawn on squad member. Go. Yep, 1 in the morning, 1 after workout. Where the heck? God, these guys are absolutely trashing on us. All these points surrounded. All right, we'll spawn on E. We'll take it really slow. This game's going to be over pretty quick, I think. Who's in this house? Is it you? Are you in the house? And you are in the house too? Get out of my house. What was that? What the heck killed me? The floor with blood on it? I want an explanation. And why am I unable to revive? What is happening? Battlefield 5. EA. No, what? For real though, what's happening?
Be aware that we are losing objective Emil.
Be aware that the game is not working. Oh, all right, well. Oh, is this a PT? Is this PT2? Nice. Is this like some kind of Death Stranding promo? I was a big fan of Silent Hill 7. I'm sorry, Resident Evil 7, so this is cool. Oh, okay, I'm permanently in this mode. I think what's happening is the server is crashing. So we're gonna go ahead and back out. Sorry, folks. It's bound to happen. What up? Sure. The question is, how does environmental destruction, how is it different from previous battlefields? It's actually very similar. You can, I think initially in Bad Company, you would throw like 1 or 2 underslung grenade launcher grenades at a house and it would just completely implode. But that has no longer been the case. They've kind of been reining in the idea of being able to destroy buildings. You still absolutely can. If you see a building, odds are you can completely destroy it, every part of it, down to the foundation. Certainly with that like house that I was in as an example, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take multiple tank shells. It's going to take multiple bazooka shots. It's going to take C4 or dynamite. And yeah, destructibility is definitely still a big part of Battlefield 5. There are no Levolutions, and currently there are no behemoths, which was a very big part of Battlefield 1 and then Battlefield 4, respectively. So destruction is still totally in the game. These ridiculous balance swinging things we haven't seen happening like Levolutions or behemoths, which I actually quite like. I really just don't think behemoths were that great of a mechanic, frankly. So yeah.
And that question came from Anton Samushin, who donated to us through Super Chat.
Oh my God, thank you. That question came from Anton Samushin, who donated to us through Super Chat. Thank you so much. Good question. And we're going to get back into a server, hopefully one that will not crash. Ivan says, you slipped on blood. Yeah, must have been. Question from Edwin Lopez asks, why are they always in the European theater? Of course, referring to the Battlefield World War II games, which are 1942, 1943. But 1943 was actually set in the Pacific Theater. And I imagine if Battlefield 1 is any indication, which was completely global, and we had stuff happening in the Middle East, North Africa, Europe, obviously all in that area. But yeah, I definitely think we could certainly see the Pacific Theater. And I think one would hope that we will. So here we go, jumping in. Pray to the server gods. Question for the chat. What is your favorite Battlefield? Mitchell, if you want to run this in a poll, I feel like it is... Oh, I'm going to make some enemies here. Battlefield 2, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 4. Let's say Battlefield 1. I know people are going to flame me for that, but I feel like those are people's 4 favorites. All right, here we go. Let's go back to this other gun that we were using. Nice, this is a brand new game. My ping is 144. We may have to back out again. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. 144 ping, not the bee's knees. Especially playing against a bunch of people with plenty, but we'll see. So if you play Battlefield 1, you know that shooting at planes damages them. Not really anymore. These planes don't really care about your dinky little bullets, unless you have a gun with a lot of penetration, which is a new thing. Excuse me, in Battlefield 5. All right, we're going to see how this feels. I completely reserve the right. We'll see if we can jump into a vehicle, but I reserve the right to back out and try and find a server with a better ping. .144 is rough for FPS for sure. Fair enough. A lot of people love 1942. It was before my time, so that's probably my fault. You can totally say 1942 in the chat, and I will totally read it. Oh boy. The 146. All right, we're gonna give this 5 more deaths. That death was my fault. That was not ping, but I don't want to play in a server that has 146 ping for Battlefield. All right, here we go. Battlefield Heroes. Battlefield 2. We got a lot of Battlefield Heroes. That's really interesting. That was a complete deviation. Ooh, check out this cool camera action. We're going to squad spawn, which is very dangerous. There are enemies all over the place. All right, that felt okay. Feel terrible. I totally forgot about Battlefield Heroes, but that was such a strange deviation. But really cool thing. It was almost like an MMO, which is sad because it got shut down. Definitely felt the thing there. By MMO, I mean just like this interesting continuation of your progression. Here's a question for the chat. How do you guys feel about the idea that you're going to have to buy a Battlefield game about every 2 or 3 years to stay relevant? It doesn't really bother me, because I think that that's a nice long time. It's not like a biannualized franchise like Call of Duty or anything ridiculous. So therefore, I'm not really... Whoa! Welcome to Pingtown. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. Oh, God! Luckily, I do have the tools to deal with that tank. Let's see if we can put a little bit of damage on it. What's up, dude? Yeah, there's that sick ping. Oh, man. All right, we'll play this for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then I think I want to find a server with a better ping. Let's see if we can get a vehicle. All right.
Objective dog is
Who's winning that poll right now?
Battlefield 2 with 10 seconds.
Battlefield 2 with 10 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, if I do say so myself, that is the correct answer. We'll see if it wins. All right, should we try spawning in a tank, or should we just try waiting for a tank? This is always kind of a tenuous proposition on, you know what, we'll spawn at D. I feel like that tank is at A. It's not going to die anytime soon. Wow! All right, ladies and gentlemen, Battlefield 2 wins with 58% of the votes. That's a landslide, but I'm actually not that surprised. Battlefield 2 was the game that got me into the series, the game that got me into PC gaming, PC FPSs in general. It's a monumental release for 2004, I believe it was. What's this guy doing? Is that emote spam? Screw your house. I just knocked all the snow off. I was actually just being a good neighbor there. Nobody on this. I like Conquest a lot more than I like Command Operations right now, just because, again, it's very dynamic, free-flowing. Enemies can come at you from any area. You really have to think strategically about what you're doing instead of just pushing forward. It's cool. Hey, wall guy. You're in the wall.
alert. We have lost objective.
Enemy have taken the damned objective!
Near this, objective Baker has been lost.
Like my little crew that I'm rolling out with.
It's all right.
In terms of where the enemies are, it's definitely a lot more difficult to discern. Which, again, it's kind of cool. Like, will we get ambushed and killed here? Will we not? We'll find out. Team is definitely hurting.
Ammunition for you, pal.
I do love that you can just vault through glass windows.
Objective easy is now ours.
We have the objective.
What the heck? It's a combat roll. Oh, some enemies. We got enemies. Where are you? Yeah, what are you doing? Cannot see you. This is a ghost town. It's a cool painting. Man. Alright, let's figure out where the action's at. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to hit. Okay, I guess they're pushing E. Oh.
Splendid.
Push E.
Charlie is now ours.
Sorry, bro. Just joshing around.
Yes, we have taken objective Baker.
I've been running for 4 minutes and I've yet to see an enemy. There's one. Oh.
Be aware that we have lost objective Fox. Objective Able has now been taken.
Oh. Man, I'm in a bad spot.
We have taken objective Dog.
Really bad way.
Taking the objective. Loading up here.
Whoop. Four HP. Oh man.
We have lost
Sorry, dude. I'm not gonna res you.
objective
Need this health, man. I need to be above 23. There we go. Let's do it! For the Shire! For Frodo! My last mag. Which again gives you kind of an idea of how much you can like run and gun, as if this were Call of Duty. Oh god. Oh god, I ran right into that. But I didn't take damage! King be praised! Is there a sniper over here? I feel like I hear a sniper. No? Okay. Cool. Oh god.
Objective Dog. We are losing it.
We're losing objective Dork.
Attention. Objective Charlie has now been lost.
Boom. What's up, chat? Call the attack dogs. Imagine Games Network, correct. Digging the environment on this map. It's nice. I agree. I like it. It gets a cool Aurora Borealis effect at night. It's definitely more like high contrast and colorful than I would imagine a Battlefield game to be. I'm not opposed to it though. I think it's a good look. Oh, we can deal with this. Oh god. Can we deal with this? Yeah, we can deal with that. random bazooka shots are the business. Whoops. Probably lagging all over everybody's screen. They probably hate me. Ed here says tactical attack rat incoming. I want to play the game where you can have a tactical attack rat. Help me, guy. I'm good. I'm safe.
Dog, we are losing it.
Come on, donated pants. Let's hear it for donated pants in the chat. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Let's see if we can get in a vehicle. Nope. Well, we'll spawn in a vehicle. So we kind of see what we get. This isn't terrible. What am I shooting? I can't shoot. Nothing is happening when I click the mouse. All right, I'm out. See ya. Bye.
Lobbing grenade.
Doing well. Objective Able taken.
Yeah, ping me, daddy. How much time is left on this match? All right, folks, we're going to back out. I'm going to try and find one more server that's a little bit less ping intensive. Although that wasn't terrible. Like, it's fine. Fortnite. Kenneth the Menace says Fortnite. Eddie R says boo. A lot of folks saying Fortnite. That's cool. All right, we're just going to queue. All right. We have about 30 minutes left. You guys have any pressing questions about Battlefield 5? Let me know. No subject matter is off limits, except for the ones that are. But no, seriously, I'll try and answer anything that you guys ask. Starting with, how do I get into the alpha? Says Quinn Cohen, you can sign up. I think at this point, it's probably a little bit late if you haven't done any kind of prep work, playing Battlefield 1, signing up for EA Insider, is it? You could potentially look for a giveaway at this point to try and get into the closed alpha, but I won't lie to you, it may be a little bit tough. I just joined. I love you. I love you too, Hod. Some fun comments I can't read. What is your favorite part of this game? Asks official Lisa Young. That's a very good question. Man, I guess my favorite part of Battlefield, kind of as a whole, or maybe Battlefield 5, is the fact that everybody kind of has a different objective. Obviously, yes, Conquest, you're trying to control points, you're trying to get kills, and then depending upon whatever other objective you have. But in terms of like people's actual motivations to play, some people just want to sit back and snipe. Some people want to resupply others. Some people want to support others. Some people want to get in vehicles. It's a very dynamic space, and I think that leads to a lot of very interesting three-dimensional gameplay that is not as one-dimensional as something like Call of Duty. I know I keep making that comparison, but I think that there's a lot going on, and if you don't feel like being a super helpful player, playing with your squad, going super hardcore, you can just sit in the back and snipe. Maybe less so in Battlefield 5, but that is still an option, and I think that's really cool. What class is most enjoyable in the game? Asks May Mayonnaise. I actually really like, I don't know, it's a really difficult question to ask. I love Recon. I usually play Recon. But in terms of what I played, Medic is really cool. There's definitely a big nerf to the revive time. For those just joining us, we're waiting in a queue, by the way. It should be in soon. But I have to say, there it is, joining game. I have to say that I think Assault is my favorite that has kind of changed just based upon their weaponry. Assault in Battlefield 1 was the CQC expert. Close quarters combat, they had SMGs, they had shotguns. That was cool. Especially on maps like, Fort de Vaux. But I have to say that, that's cool. The fact that I can be anti-vehicle. What's our ping? Did we join the same server? Same server, 142. All right, we're staying on it, folks. Just got to deal with the high ping. No big deal. The fact that I can have a good assault rifle and then also
You have to capture and hold as many objectives as possible.
be able to deal with vehicles is cool. I like that I'm not limited to just SMGs and shotguns. All right, they're going to be up. So we're going to try a long flank here. Oh, that was dirty. Who's there? Is it you? Are you there? Are you there too? How does the combat feel to you? Asks Nova. Really good. I think the combat feels really good. I'm not. You know what? I will say right now. I feel like it feels better than Battlefield 1. The recoil patterns are probably the main differential there. I don't know if time to kill is cut significantly, but certainly Battlefield 1, like, recoil is not as much of a thing as random bullet spread, and being able to actually control your weapon spread feels really good, and I like that. I also like things like crouch sprinting a lot. That mobility change is nice. And then also, like, ammo conservation and health regeneration play into it tangentially, but are not super, oh boy. This guy's not even paying attention. So here's what we're gonna do. Oh, God. That jerk. I was gonna blow him up with dynamite, but oh well. Man-child's play this game, says Ron Band. Sure, I'm a man-child. I do like this game. Combat feels good. Which class is most enjoyable to play? I asked that. Favorite new feature so far? That's a good question. I know I've said this a million times, but again, limited ammo, limited health. I like that a lot. It leads you to make really interesting choices. It leads you to play on a squad and rely on them. Other than that, building's pretty cool. I feel like there's a guy up there, but I'm not sure. There's no guy up there. Is there a guy over here? No guy over there. I feel like there are definitely folks over here, though. Maybe even in this building. Is anybody home? Where are you? There you are. Oh, you there? Oh, you there too? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, what's up? How's your dad? I want to meet that dad. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. Oh, God, this house is on fire. I can help that guy, but I probably couldn't, frankly. Oh, jeez. Okay, all right. We're gone. We're going to go on. We're going to make a play for this health. So I can cover all the way back up. Might as well grab some ammo while I'm here.
Informing you that we have lost objective Bertha.
Battlefield might be my favorite PvP game, period. I really just, I've loved it for so long, and I continue to really like it and just have a ton of fun with it. And Battlefield 5 is no exception. So I think one of the primary concerns that people are going to have about this game is that it's similar to Battlefield 1 and you play Battlefield 1. And I think that that is valid. Like, visually, in terms of the era arsenal, there are some big differences, like vehicles, more automatic weaponry, more versatile weaponry. But this is not like the difference between Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 3. However, there are some big gameplay changes, and it does feel significantly different, and I think those are worth experimenting with if you're a series veteran. Or if you're a newcomer, I think this is actually an insanely good time to jump in. Have a good time. All right. Thanks for joining us on IGN Plays Live. I'm James Duggan. You can follow me at Thuggin Duggan right there, THUGGNDUGGN. Especially if I get this kill right here. There you go. Oh, how many followers did I just get? None? Sick. All right, let's keep going. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's a little Dr. D. There we go. A little Dr. Disrespect homage. Here's a question for you, chat. Who's your favorite screamer? Goodbye. Give me an ammo. Who's here? We are 10-1 right now with a sick 142 ping. I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you guys get into the closed alpha so you can check this out. And if not, I hope that there's a test. We can all play real soon. I had no business getting that second kill, but I would have been really happy if I had. 12 and 1. Oh man, the back of my head is so itchy. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. We're back. You got to pass the time with these revives somehow. So anyway, in Battlefield 1, you would basically jump right out of the revive screen if you didn't want to be there, and you would kind of just wait with the tactical overview. Battlefield 5 is front-loading all of that with these death animations, which I have yet to make an opinion about. I'm like kind of half-half. We're gonna spawn right in it right here. I'm just gonna go for it. Look at these manned machine gun turrets. Look at this tryhard team. This is great. I like it. I'm not really sure where the ladder is. That's very valuable information to know where people are going to come up. All right, this point is totally secure. Another really valuable, like, little micro progression that happens in Battlefield is when you get onto a point that's heavily fortified by enemies, and there's just a ton, and you feel like you can't make any progress, and then you keep trying, and you keep winning, and then all of a sudden you control the point, and there's nobody to be seen, even though I'm taking shots. So actually, this is a really treacherous spot that I don't like being on at all. I feel like there are not a lot of great options to get out of this area. Like, they're all pretty well covered. We'll get on the first floor and see if we can see what's happening. There's an enemy right there. Oh, there's too many. Oh, try a little bit of this. Try a little bit of that. Nah, too many of them. 13 and 2. Can you play without the HUD? You can, I believe. Shroud is my favorite streamer, says A Site B. Kenneth the Menace says Fortnite again. he likes saying Fortnite. Shroud is disgustingly good. Shroud is unreal to watch. Like, it really blows my mind. Where are you? I think they are behind me. Yep. Why can I see this guy? That's weird. That was kind of cheaty. I feel like I should not have been able to see that guy. You can still mark people. In fact, I think it automatically marks people when you scope in, which is a big change from the test build that I played at E3, which had 0 marking whatsoever.
Objective Emil, we have taken it.
We're just gonna hang tight until we capture this. I'm only gonna be able to regen back up to 72 HP, which actually isn't terrible.
We have objective Dora now. Soldiers, we have lost objective Friedrich.
So I'm really excited to, like, potentially customize this weapon with a reflex sight, maybe a foregrip for reduced recoil. That is a progression path that is very new to Battlefield. There hasn't been, like, a lot of mechanical variance in what you can and cannot customize with your weapon. You get different variants of weapon, but you cannot customize the same weapon with a bunch of different stuff. So I'm very curious to see how that works. Obviously, none of that is in the game as of yet. Oh, man. I didn't see that guy was that close. I saw enemies over there, but I thought they were farther away.
Careful. Objective Bertha has been lost.
Are you playing in HDR? I don't think so. Where are you? Are you in the place that we want to squad spawn on?
Objective Emil, we have taken
Yeah, right. Squad spawn here.
Attention. Objective Dora is now lost.
Alright, we're going to support our tank. So you can reposition this kind of artillery, which is really cool, but it has a much lessened range, or a much lessened, like, horizontal range, if that makes sense. You can't aim it as far left or right as similar guns in Battlefield 1. Do I dare? I think I do. I think I do dare. Oh, I think I got a shot. I got a shot. Taking it, hit, but not good enough. And now I have 4 HP. Wish I hadn't. Wish I hadn't done that. I will survive. Wow. Going for HP.
Good work. Objective Friedrich is now ours.
Now I'm on fire. Despite going for the HP. And I don't feel good about it. Oh, nice. Oh, come on. Give me a yes. Yes. You, sir, are a hero. Like that Nickelback song.
We are losing objective Friedrich.
Oh, man.
Werfe Granate!
Ooh, almost. Somebody else got him. Cool. Ooh, that guy's in a very good spot. You know what? I feel like doing the Gewehr. Let's do it. Let's switch to medic. Unless I get a res here, which I doubt, because I'm pretty compromised. Hey, I'm like Vin Diesel from that one movie. You know the one about World War II? Couch Potato says, feels like Battlefield 1 Part 2. I don't think that's completely ridiculous criticism. Certainly visually there's some validity to it. And gameplay-wise, like if you're a complete newcomer and play Battlefield 1 not a ton, it might feel pretty similar to you. But if you played a ton of Battlefield 1, I do think this is going to be a pretty different experience. Things like health regen, things like limited ammo, things like predictive recoil, or rather recoil in general and being able to control it and not just random spray. Oh man, oh man. Bad, bad, bad. Oh, I'm in a really bad way. Maybe if I just dance like Kevin Bacon, will just let me live. I cannot believe that worked. Alright.
Hier, das bringt dich wieder auf die Beine. Erste Hilfe.
Get rid of all our health kits in case people need them. Now we fight.
Alles Gute. Objective Season taken.
Oh. One of these hits is going to kill you. I'm sure of it, man. I'm sure of it. I forgot I was using a BB gun. I really like this gun. It doesn't have scope limit that I'm aware of, which is pretty OP, I think, and cool. Here's healing for anybody who needs it. Take it, take it. It might have scope limit. I might be lying, but I don't think it does. It's a medic weapon. But the scope is like serious on it. I think it's like maybe I don't know. Magnification certainly maybe 4 or greater. It's definitely more of a marksman rifle than like a sniper rifle, but still, that's significant enough. Oh, sniper in that direction. Cool. Thanks for the notice. Sniper up there too. Who do you think? Oh, I keep throwing smokes, man. That is the downfall of my medic gameplay. Is I just continuously throw smokes when I think it's a grenade, and then it ends up benefiting the enemy. Look, now they have a nice cloud cover. That's funny. Boom. Okay. Do I dare? Risky play is 101. Got about 15 minutes left here on IGN Plays. Playing Battlefield 5 Closed Alpha. Having a great time right now. In spite of my crappy ping, It's all going pretty well. Oh. Until I potato every shot. Oh, thanks. See, this is what's really fun about Battlefield 5, like operating with a squad, even though I can't really communicate with them. That's one of my favorite parts. How are we doing? This is neck and neck. This is a really good match. Make some plays. Need this ammo. Need this ammo.
Yeah, objective Caesar is lost.
Try and capture this. Who's shooting over there? Who is that jerk? I'm gonna... Oh, never mind. He's getting revived. Why can't I revive him? Why didn't I revive him? I'm a bad medic, guys. I'm a bad medic.
Hier, Erste Hilfe für dich, Soldat.
Nah, Scro. That's right, I said Scro from Idiocracy. Justin Long's best performance. Right. Push B. 9 shots left. A little bit tight on ammunition, not a lot of support players around. I probably could have resupplied before I left D, but whatever. Oh, I thought there was a friendly up there. Now I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die a horrible death. Pushing.
Stay alert. Objective enemy.
Oh, this lag. Look at that. Let's go ham. No bayonets on weapons yet that I can tell. This is a really bad idea, but I'm going to do it for the lulls. Nah, I'm too nervous.
Sehr gut.
Screw it.
Taken objective Anton.
Right, so there's going to be players below us because we can see on the B point that there are still people, which means they're probably going to be coming up. Therefore, be down here in some capacity. Ooh, also there's ammo down here if I survive. Let's see. Alrighty. Huh, okay. Let's push.
Listen, we are losing objective Anton. Jawohl, objective Caesar has been taken.
I'm coming to save you. Oh crap. No. Got him. I told you I would come for you.
Objective Anton has been lost, soldiers.
Oh man, folks really want me to play without the HUD.
We have lost
It's hard
objective
enough to
Aurora.
stream and talk and do well. Let's look at my KD before the HUD, 26-5, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow me at ThugandDuggan on Twitter if you so choose. I'm gonna play this life out and then I will play a round without the HUD, just for you. Hey, can you make your job even harder? I cannot complain about my job. I get to come in and literally play Battlefield 5 all day. All right, HUD off if it's possible. Let's see. Where would that be? You think that would be gameplay? Probably. Show HUD. There we go. All right, what weapon do I want to use without the HUD? I think I want to make it real easy for myself. And I want to play Assault. Or maybe I want to play...
Objective Bertha has now been lost.
I'm going to play Assault with the reflex sight. All right, no HUD. Here we go. Maximum immersion. Except for the thumbnail thing. What is even going on with that? Immediately wish I had the HUD back on. Luke, you've tuned off your targeting computer. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm all right. It's probably a friendly. That's probably what's happening with this. Are you a friendly? Are you an enemy? I don't know. I'm not playing with the HUD. I can't tell. Are you a friendly? You are. He wasn't a friendly. I got that kill for sure.
Objective Caesar. We are losing it.
God, this is hard. This is this is really difficult. I'm just shooting at everybody, and I'm probably out of ammo. This is wonderful. All right, where's the ammo point? Stephen Rue now online. Okay, there's people on this point. I have no idea how many rounds are left in my magazine. That guy's not friendly. All right, we're gonna play. We'll give it 2 more lives without the HUD. It's fun. It is really fun.
Be aware that we have now
No tanks, planes, trains, and zeppelins on this map. There are planes, tanks. I don't think there are any trains. Ooh, we can actually spawn in a plane. I'm not going to do that without the HUD. Sorry, folks. One thing at a time. Okay, so now I'm actually taking note of what army I'm fighting for. So I'm the German army. I'm probably fighting Norway. So I'm probably fighting Russia. Right? Does that make sense? Are you my friends? You're not my friend. Nope. All right, one more life without the HUD, and then we're going back to actually being able to see what we can do. That is not Russia that we are fighting. It's Britain. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. All right, we'll squad spawn and we'll just go for it without this HUD. Let's just try it. Then I'm going back to getting kills. Wow. I'm just going to assume everybody behind me is my ally, which will inevitably get me killed. I can't even tell if that's... I don't even know. Pretty sure that's an ally. That's definitely an enemy. Okay, HUD back on. Let's see if we can't get in a vehicle as well. I did it. I did it just for you.
Be warned, we have lost objective Emil.
Yeah, it's super hardcore. Oh, I'm back. And I got my HUD. Sick. Let's go back to doing work.
We are not doing well. This is our last chance. Objective Caesar has been taken.
7 shots. There's ammo right here, though. Boom. How are we doing? We're all right. They're probably going to win this round, but that's okay. Dead. 29 and 8 in spite of our HUD shenanigans. Is he any good? Asked the chestnut. I don't know. Tell him, chat. I'm no good with the HUD off, I'll tell you that much. But I was 29 and 5, or 28 and 5 for this shenanigans. All right, let's see if we can't get it in a vehicle. No vehicles available.
Objective
That's it.
Friedrich has been lost to the enemy.
Let's get back to this weapon. You're not my friend. What's up, Mitch? I don't know. It's kind of just random luck if it's up or not. Which, by the way, if your squad is doing well enough, I don't know why it's not working, but you can call, probably because I'm not the squad leader, you can call reinforcement ordnance in the form of like a V2 rocket or tank destroyer. So you can kind of like spawn vehicles, but I have yet to mess around with it at all. So I have no idea how it works. And I'm not even sure if it's a functional feature right now, but the HUD element is there when you hit C if you're the squad lead.
Sehr gut. Objective Bertha taken.
This is the same stationary machine gun model, at least the base part, which I guess is fine, as Battlefield 1. But all right, what do we got? Let's try a little long flank on A. $70 rounds left. Actually, the end of this match is probably going to signal the end of the stream. If you have any very pressing final questions, I'll try and answer a bunch at the end. But thank you guys so much for joining me. For everybody who's been with me through thick and thin, it's been a ton of fun. Had some really good sprees. I'm very, very happy with how this stream has gone. Is that an enemy? Okie dokie. The tank! The tank! Just came in at the end of the stream. What are the biggest changes from older Battlefield games?
We are losing objective.
Definitely. I mean, some of it is kind of a return to form. Limited ammunition. Health doesn't regenerate past a certain point. The recoil is handleable. It's not just a random spray with no recoil, which is kind of how Battlefield 1 felt to me. 43 tickets left. I would say those are the biggest ones. A greater reliance on squads in general, which I'm a big fan of. Not everybody's going to like that, but I really do. Nope. Okay.
We have now lost objective Bertha.
Crouch sprinting, also enormous change. Not really, but I like it a lot.
Okay, objective Caesar is now ours.
You in this house?
We now have objective Dora.
Where are you? I'm here. Do it. Kill me. I'm here. Come on, let's go in a blaze of glory. Where are you? Good guy. Chance for greatness fades. 30 and 10 though. Definitely had a really good start of the match. Ooh, maybe this guy can wake me up inside. Yeah, save me. Nine tickets left.
Jawohl, we have taken
8
objective
tickets
Dora.
left. Come on. I don't think there's going to be a lot of action before this thing is over. Let's shoot a random rocket. 2 tickets left. We lose. No. All right, well, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, ending 30 and 10. You can follow me at Duggan, THUGGN 31 and 10, look at that. DUGGN, had a great time, played a lot of different classes. Closing thoughts on Battlefield 5, and then I'll answer some questions real quick. We'll go a little bit over time, but only by a couple minutes. I like the game a lot. I like the reliance on squad mates. I like the recoil patterns. I like how much recoil there is on certain weapons. I also enjoy, I guess, the era. Battlefield 1 was really cool because you got to go back in time, and therefore helicopters weren't a thing. Biplanes were kind of crappy, and you could shoot them with whatever gun. We're advancing chronologically, and therefore tanks are not nearly as weak as they were in Battlefield 1, even though there were some powerful ones. All right, so Vagrant Souls asks, wake you up before you go? Wham! A lot of people like that I was talking and singing about Evanescence. You are a beast, says the rival. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Nothing thugging about this guy, says Michael Lewis. That's kind of the point of the name. Any other questions? What do we got? Just came at the end of the stream? Nope. So another thing that people want to know, is this vastly different from Battlefield 1? Visually, I don't think so. In terms of gameplay, I do think there are some pretty significant changes. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more big unanswered questions and concerns. Let's end on that note, because as fun as this is, and as much fun as I've had, and as good of a state I think the game is in for a closed alpha, I do want to rattle off some things before they kind of become problems. So there's something called the company, and the company is basically your collection. And the company will consist of weapons that you can unlock, as well as archetypes. And when it comes to weapons, both visually, as well as attachments, as well as archetypes, there's a small part of me that is concerned that somehow that is going to be baked into some kind of microtransaction system. The DLC is no longer going to be paid for. So that's great. It's not going to segment the audience. You can jump in at the end of Battlefield 5, play every map for free. That's really cool. But I know for sure that they are going to monetize this game long term. How they're going to do that, who knows? So keep your ear to the ground. The best place for all things Battlefield and Battlefield 5 is, of course, right here on IGN. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me.